What is up, guys? So today I came to the garage to get something accomplished, and I've been working on things and it just hasn't gone like I wanted it to. We had an issue. Now, I didn't have the issue. I was busy working in the garage. Somebody else had an issue. That is a Kubota zero turn. It is not the one we've done the transaxle on. But guess who is back with us today?
I'm back, at least for today.
At least for today. He's been busy video editing and trying to keep up with life. And so we are going to, instead of him going and spending a bunch of money trying to buy a new set of wheels, which what, you look to set it up in there?
You can get two for like 150 bucks, but why spend $150 when we have the equipment to fix it? So,
and we're trying to use what little bit of gas is left in the welder on what we can, because we've got a big project coming. We're going to need a full bottle and it's almost empty, so use it up, get the full bottle, big project. So we'll go over there and show you what we got in the weld bench area. So we're back in the weld shop area, and of course I've got the plow up on here. Where I've been working on prepping it for some paint, and got the axle down under there, prepping it since I had a little bit of weld left to do. We're just trying to do little stuff to use up the tank's almost empty, so we're just using anything we can. And just so happened Adam broke his wheel today on his mower, so we'll show you what we got.
that's what she looks like. It broke the welds out of the center. I don't even know how it happened.
Look down in here, you can see right there. You can see a ridge where it was.
So we're going to clean this up, straighten this back up, and we got to figure out something with the grease fitting, because apparently it broke off when it happened. And then hopefully we can get this thing back up and running in a few minutes. So we'll
take a look at it. So what happened here is the grease zerk that is right here on the casting for this broke off, and we tried one small easy out we had that's actually for some grease fittings, but it's a little too big. This is a little smaller. I'm pretty sure this is metric thread in here, so I'm gonna see if I can't try and get this thing out, and if we can't put another grease zerk in there. I may not be able to salvage this. We might have to drill and tap out a new one. Problem is, I don't know if we've got a metric die that'll fit that, but that right there, most people watching this is going to know that's an easy out. And so with an easy out, it goes counterclockwise is the way that bites in. So if you have standard threads, when that bites in, it'll work its way back out, and that'll bite into the inside of what was left of the grease zerk. But it doesn't feel like I'm getting hold of anything when I do it. Well, right there maybe it does. Of course, it feels like I got a hold of a lot more than just the grease zerk. I don't know. It's kind of scurry.
Well, what's the worst thing that could happen? You're going to break it?
Let me get my light here and look down in there again. I can't really see. I can't really see. Oh. I don't really see any threads or anything. Oh, that looks like. That does look like there's a zerk right there. It's just stuck in there pretty good. All right, we'll keep trying. We'll see what happens. If worst comes to worst, I have to drill it out and go ahead and kind of rethread it. But Adam is going to work on taking a, right there, we got a,
Oh, I was wondering where that went.
got a nose grinder. It's not a sharp point, it's not rounded because the inside, it's going to fit the bevel of the inside of the rim. And we got it on an air drill, so he's going to work on getting the rim. So we'll go from there. Okay, so the easy out is not cutting. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. So it looks like there's two dissimilar metals there, I think, but at this point in time, it's basically welded in there. So what I'm going to do is I got a grease zerk, which is metric, which is a 6mm by 1mm thread, and this is my metric 6mm by 1mm tap, and it calls for a 13/16 drill bit. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of our drill bits, you can't hardly read them anymore. Some, get chucked up in the drill, whatever. So we have this nice card here, and you go to a 1364 is what I'm looking for. And you go to 1364s, and it's a 0.2031. So break out the little vernier calipers here and put it up, close on the widest part of the drill, and I got 2.0, there we go, 2, 1, 3. This should be it. So we're going to drill it with this first, and then try and run the tap and go from there. So, but it matches the card.
Yes,
we've got a nice card there that will give you your decimal readings of your fraction drill bits, so you can find what you're looking for. And I'm going to drill this out enough to get a grease zerk threaded back in there, so we'll get a grease zerk back in this wheel before we weld it back in there. Because trying to work on this after we weld it back in there will be a tight area, so probably not going to be the best.
Well, letting metal fly.
It's all the way through. So now we're done with that. Now we're gonna have a little bit of metal shavings down in here in this particular piece. It's not like it's an engine internal.
Well, that's what I said. Is what's the worst case scenario? I got to buy another one.
So
Even if this one will last me the rest of this year.
well, this one should outlast the other one now.
Well, I know.
It'll be stronger time we weld it.
Just assuming the metal shavings inside it causes problems, but I don't see it being an issue. There's guys that run these for hundreds of hours without greasing them. It'll last a long time.
So we're making threads. They seem to be through, and I haven't hit that rod yet. Of course, I should have plenty of thread in there for that. Now, the question here is I pulled that out of a metric pack that had 6 by 1mm on the pack, but there were several different grease zerks in there that were, some were chrome looking, that one is a little bit kind of a brass look to it, so something tells me they're not all the original ones in that packet.
No.
So
in this garage.
So I'm hoping this is the right one. If not, we'll find the one right in there that does fit it. So I got threads there. So something that's bothering me is I've got a little nub sticking off there. I'm gonna try and do something with it. Just one moment here. I'll be right back.
And while he's gone, intermission music. Do 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 do
Keep that up and they're going to start tuning out every time I walk away. We appreciate you going through that kind of suffering. I'm going to take that nub off, that way it doesn't affect my zert fitting threading in like I wanted it to. Because I know it's not going to thread in right if I don't file it down. Okay, so there it is. There. That one. We'll use this one until I can find the one I was looking for.
I was gonna say it'd be magic if you could do that with your gloves on.
I might have been able to. Look at that.
Is it gonna fit?
Oh yeah.
Hey, grease fitting back in action.
I might need to get a socket to finish turning it back on there.
Yeah. Won't sweat the small stuff.
I am going to pretty well call that good. That's on there good and tight. It ain't going to go nowhere. So now he's got a grease zert again. So now we can weld everything back together.
Yep.
After I put all my tools up here, you know, because we don't like leaving tools out. And, oh, by the way, the reason that thing threw shavings so fast is because I snagged it out of Dad's good drill bit box. It was easier to find the right one, the right size for that hole out of this box than out of our miscellaneous drawer over there because, show them here. That's the nice drill bit box. Everything in there is pretty sharp and all sized accordingly. Most of our drilling comes out of this garbage right here. And you just basically come over here and bring your veneer calipers with you and look for what you want because you can't read any of them anymore. But, all right, we'll get to welding that hub back in here in just a second. All right, so the problem there is that I don't want to weld too much without cooling it back down because this is a foam-filled rubber tire. And if we get that rim really hot, it's going to start melting what's in behind it. And it probably already has melted some. You know, it's pick your poison. But
all right. Gonna flip it over and
yeah, we'll flip it over and we'll weld some on this side. Dump the water out. Okay.
be all right.
Go ahead and try and scrape you a spot right there, or someplace. There we go. You'll see here, welding with some paint still in the way and dealing with a lot of water. It's not terrible. There's some growth coming out of it, and some areas where it popped and left some splatter, but it's welded back in there pretty straight. And we'll take an air hose, blow this thing off, paint it, and we'll put it back on the mower here in just a second. So hold on. Hey Adam.
Yeah.
What color are you painting that?
Black. As you can see.
What are you painting black for?
Because we don't have orange.
That's even the good stuff. That's high temp engine paint.
Well, yeah.
Just happen to have that sitting on the paint bench.
Hey, it's almost empty. I figured might as well use it up.
He said as bad as them welds look, he don't care what kind of paint he uses as long as it covers him.
That and it's dirty and whatever.
He might get all excited next year and pressure wash that thing out real good and mix him up some orange paint and paint it orange, and
I doubt it.
We almost thought about putting John Deere green because we actually have some of that. Have us a nice blasphemous front wheel. John Deere green on Kubota orange.
I realize this isn't the most professional way to do this, but I mow my 4 acres of grass with it, and I don't really care what anybody else thinks.
This ain't a show mower, is it?
No. If you go look, I've got a radiator fan on the back of it, permanently mounted to help suck the heat out of the engine because it likes to run a little hot. It's got a Jeep radiator fan on it.
Yeah. Actually, it's not a Jeep, it's some weird one I had left over from project, but yeah, we'll call it that.
Oh, I thought it come out of your Jeep.
I don't actually remember where that fan come from.
I hooked it up through the auxiliary light switch, so when it comes on, we turn the mower on, lights come on. Or the fan comes on through the light switch.
Here we go. So we'll go over there and put that sucker on there here in just a minute then. So I figure when we come over here, we'd show you Adam's fan. I got to get myself tucked back in here. And remember, I ain't no skinny thing. So right here, there's his auxiliary fan that comes on, helps pull hot air out of the engine compartment area. Helped it from not running so hot. Hey, you want to talk about fortune favoring somebody? These Kubotas do have a real neat feature where you can actually jack the thing up to work on the mower deck by the pivot of the front end. They've actually got this lever right here. A lot of you Kubota guys know that. Just so happened the tire that he broke was the side that comes up in the air when you do that, so can't beat that, right? So wouldn't hurt that once you get rolling, maybe give it a squirt of grease or two in that grease zerk.
I will.
Is that one Duggar or two?
That's one.
One?
Well, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
That's the torque spec on it?
Yeah. See how it works before I put 2 of them.
Watch him. Go.
Oh, there.
Get his pin pulled there. Pull his pin out, then he'll let the front end of it back down. Pretty slick on Kubota's part on that one. I'll give that one to him. May want to take it some more for your pivot. There you go. And then right here, got your pin holders so you don't lose them.
It's just a dirty old mower, but it's mine.
Now, what's your payment like on this thing?
I don't have a payment.
That's the best part, huh?
That's right. Ta-da!
All right, it's test drive time. Make sure it does what it's supposed to do. Hey, I heard that fan kick on. Look at that. Like a brand new one, except for it's black.
Full delayed reaction with the key.
Well, it lives to mow another day. So, Adam, any final words of wisdom on your mower fix?
Appreciate the help, Ben.
Don't
$150.
Don't run into ditches.
I don't know what. I don't think it was a ditch. I don't know what happened. But the funny thing is, I was the absolute farthest point from the garage I could be when it breaks.
Yeah, and when he come up through here, if you look, of course you may not be able to see it because of the light, but there's a nice line in the gravel where he drug that wheel all the way coming back to the garage. So
figured it was broke. It couldn't get any more broke.
Guys, thanks for watching this one.
Yep.
Kind of a silly episode, but hey, stuff's gotta be fixed when it gets broke.
Yep, we'll catch you next time, guys.
Thank you.